pleasure, Diane. Yeah, yeah, like you say, people battle when they come to present something. So hopefully I'll do it well. Let me share my screen with you. Uh, Share screen. Okay. And here's my slideshow from the beginning. Okay. Well, thanks, Diane. Thanks for asking me. It's something that's a bit dear to me, is the diamond rating and the honors. Um, it's something that I've been doing, and that's why I volunteered that I would do it. And I'm sorry I'm speaking English. I know you're a very Afrikaans club, and I hope you all get it in English. Um, okay, so um, the honors and the diamond ratings of PSSA. Honors are awarded to members. You have to be a member to be able to submit a panel to the PSSA. And diamond ratings are also honors. You get your diamond honors, and these are awarded to members of the PSSA on salon acceptances. And I know you're very active in the salon scene as a club, so this is something nice to do with your acceptances. Once the rating has been achieved, then letters get written behind your name, which is quite nice. So here I am. I have my APSSA, my DPSSA cluster, and my DPSSA verse. And I'll explain as I go along what that means. I'm going to start off with the diamond ratings. Now, I don't know if any of you know Amy Ansell from Benoni Camera Club. She's in her 80s and she hangs around there. But she and her husband, Reg, they did the salon division of PSSA for a long time. I know Reg was actually the chairman quite a few times of PSSA. And they introduced these diamond ratings and they numbered them 1 to 5. And that was so that you could get that after you'd obtained some salon acceptances. The number of that acceptances that are needed, they doubled them. So they started off small and doubled them as you went along. And the diamond was chosen because of the Kimberley diamond. Amy herself told me that. So that was interesting. The diamond rating became quite popular because it gave the photographers something to work towards, getting all these acceptances and whatever, and now you had somewhere to put them. And unlike the honors panels, it doesn't have a time limit. You can do it, you can have a break, and every salon acceptance counts towards it. So the members started gaining more and more acceptances, and PSSA then introduced the EPSSA in 1998. And in 2019, it was decided that due to the difficulty of getting these diamond ratings, they would classify the Diamond 4 rating as an honors and named it the DPSSA. In 2023, they then decided to give the cluster the Diamond 5 rating an honors award and named it the DPSSA cluster. So you get the DPSSA, the cluster, the EPSSA, the EPSSA cluster, the EPSSA meal, and etc. And those are all from your Diamond 4 rating. They're considered honors, and you write them behind your name. To get these honors, you need 125 acceptances in a single category. And it's much more difficult than it sounds. Actually, getting your honors is a lot more difficult than it sounds. It actually sounds very easy, but when you start doing it, it actually is very difficult. So it's best to start off slowly. So if you were to receive your Diamond 1 rating, you would get 15 acceptances in one category. So whether it's nature or mono or color. Once you've got 15 in that category, you can apply for your Diamond 1 rating. And it gets checked, and once it's been approved, they will send you a little badge and a certificate. So there, I did mine in verse. I waited until I had all three. So I did my diamond, my open, my mono, and my nature, and I did them. You'll see the dates are all the same. I did them all at once, and there's my three little badges. Diamond 1 is that light, the color is light blue, nature's dark blue, and obviously mono's in the black one. The Diamond rating 2 and 3, once you get there, it doubles. So when you've got 30 acceptances for a specific category, you can apply for your second rating. That's just another 15 on your existing 15. So it becomes easier. And then for your Diamond 3 rating, it's 60 acceptances. The next level is your Diamond 4, which is your Honours Award. And I'm going to move this because this is in my way. And when you've got 125 in one category, you can apply for your DPSSA. And this will allow you to write your names behind your name, as I've said. And you get an E-badge, which is this little DPSSA in the right-hand corner here. And that you can put on your letterheads, emails, and whatever. And when you write official letters, it's nice to have that as your stamp of approval. You also get an official letter from PSSA stating your success. So here it says, "Dear Cathy, it's great pleasure to give you your DPSSA Open, blah, 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 and there's the badge, and now you can write it behind your name." So you'll get an official letter from PSSA congratulating you on that. When you get your honors every year at the National PSSA Congress, they have an honors banquet. And on this evening, all the honors recipients get their certificates together with their honors badges, and that gets awarded to you. And this is an extremely prestigious event. And going to one of these banquets is a lovely way to receive the award. And then you get your official certificate and your official badge. The DPSSA cluster and EPSSA honors is the next step. And that is 250. So you can see it keeps on doubling. And once you get your EPSSA, you would need 500 acceptances. However, in the EPSSA, you can get 2 clusters. So in other words, I'm busy going for this at the moment. I need 22 more mono images. I've got my cluster in color. So I need 22 more mono images to make up my 250 in mono, and then I can apply for my EPSSA. So I'm going to convert it. And that's the official DPSSA cluster badge. Now, the DPSSA verse is achieved when you get all 3 categories. So that's your color, mono, and nature. And it sounds pretty easy because it's 125 acceptances in each category, but it's extremely difficult to get. because you'll find that you may be a strong nature photographer, but you can't do mono, or you'll find that your color in mono is fine, but nature's lagging behind. And this took me a long time. I had over 700 acceptances to get my DPSSA verse. So it was very hard for me. So here's the listing. And you can see this on the website. I took this from the website. The DPSSA 125, cluster 250, verse DPSSA in the 3, cluster verse DPSSA cluster in the 3. Then you get your E, your cluster, and so on and so on. From your Platinum 2, 3,500, you need 4,500, but it's only 1,000 more. I know I'm saying only because it's quite a lot. 1,000 more on that to get. And that's as far as they've gone so far, because guys are getting that kind of number, the guys that have been doing this for many years. There's certain rules as well, and that they're quite sticky about. So the one rule is you can't have more than 3 acceptances on one image. And then you download the application form, and you'll see that there's space for 3 to be counted per line. And if you have international acceptances, only 50% of those are allowed to be counted towards your rating. So it's really the South African ones that they like the best. So here's an example. Here's mine. African Lions got 3 acceptances at that salon 2022, at that salon in 2022, at SSCC salon in 2022 gave me my 3. My Almaca got 2 acceptances here, one Randburg in 2022, one Southern Suburbs 2022, and then I converted it to mono. So I haven't claimed that one. That one I would have claimed under mono. So that's why it says only 2 here, because this is my open color schedule here. It's quite nice to complete the sets of badges. So whether you're a versatile photographer or not, it's still nice to get a set. So here, for example, I've got my Diamond 1, Diamond 2, Diamond 3, DPSSA cluster, and that's all in open. So that's my set of open. Versatile photographers and people doing honors panel can complete the badges in sets as well. So there you've got the set. Here you've got the set. There you've got the set. So there you from DPSSA, DPSSA verse. So cluster, I need my cluster now, 22 more images, and then I'm going to convert it to the E. So that's how my sets look at the moment. Now, those were the diamond ratings, and honors panels are quite different. Honors panels is when you put together a panel of your best images and you submit them to the honors judges. There's 12 judges, and they get together twice a year, and they judge your panel. And the whole panel needs to be accepted by the panel of judges in order for you to get your honors. On your first submission, you may only get a few accepted. That's fine. These images can get carried forward to the next 6 months submission, and then you'll have to find some more images to replace those that weren't accepted. And that have to be better than the first lot that you entered. So it's quite it sounds easy. It's not easy. You've got 4 attempts to get the entire panel accepted. You've got 4 levels. You've got your licentiate, your associate, your fellowship, and your master's. And each get harder and harder. So we start off with the licentiate, and that just means that you are certified in competence to practice your profession. That's what licentiate actually means. And our PSSA, you're a licentiate of the PSSA. Doing your licentiate, you have to get 10 images of excellent standard. And they can be a mixture of various subjects, but they must all be able to hang well together as a panel. They must look good together. The judges look at the entire panel as a whole before they even start judging the images separately. So they'll look at it and get a feel for it before they start. So the placement of your images is vital, and having your images in an unorganized or unorderly manner could cost you that. It really could. There's a 75% pass rate, which means that only 3 out of the 12 judges can reject your image before it's considered not acceptable. And those three guys, when they judge your panel, have to tell the guys that said yes why they say no. And if they've got a good enough answer, you could get more guys. They rejudge it and then they say, oh, well, he's got a point. I didn't see that or whatever. So it's extremely difficult to get your 75%. So here's my LPSSA panel, and I focused on butterflies and bees. So if you notice, I've added the bee. I've only got one bee. I added it in the middle of the butterflies. And I matched it with the yellow next to that butterfly. So I was trying to tie the two in. I also put in the portrait images together and then the landscape images together, so that it would hang well. The first image, when I first submitted mine, I only got 7 in. So I had to add to my panel, which is very difficult because out of these, I had to add this one, that one, and I don't remember. Which was my other one I added? I can't remember. This one, I think. So I had to find another 3 images that would match the other images that I already submitted. And then I was allowed to change the position of them. So I could put them in any order, but they still had to hang well together. When you go onto your associate, you need now 15 images for your panel. And the judges will take into consideration that this is a higher category and they'll judge it accordingly. So this was my associate panel, and it was tricky because I wanted to include this image. This image had gotten a Salon certificate, PSSA Silver. I wanted that, but I didn't have many creative images. So what I went, I toned it with color. You'll see that I've used the color to hang it together. And then the portraits together, and then the scapes together, and then the 2 dogs at the end. So that's how I did my panel. When you get to your FPSSA, You now need 25 images that hang together in a unit. And once again, the judges are going to judge it even higher. So I've got no visuals here because I haven't done mine yet. I'm too scared, you can see. Then we get to the masters, and this is your highest award you can get. So you need permission to, you need to apply, and they need to give you permission to do your MPSSA. And here you need 50 images. You also need a service medal, and you also need to win the Impala Trophy twice. The images have to be presented at the National Congress in a presentation where you will be judged on the presentation and the images. And it would then have to be written up as a thesis, as you would in varsity. And it's only been awarded to 12 times in 75 years. So you can see that it's very hard to do. So that's my presentation for you. So good luck and enjoy your process, and I hope that's helped. And I'm going to stop sharing.
Thank you, Cathy. I'm sure there are people that's got a lot of questions. I just want to make sure you guys know you cannot apply for your APSSA. You first have to do your LPSSA before you can apply for your APSSA.
Yes.
And the master MPPSA, the only people that I know that's got it is Martin Dadley and Letitia. I don't know if anybody
Yes,
else.
they've got it. There are quite a few. Oh, wait, I'm trying to stop sharing. There are quite a few people. Francois Roux.
Oh, yes.
Amy Ansel's actually one of them.
I don't know
Uh,
her.
yeah, she's at Benoni Camera Club. She's in her 80s. She's been a PSSA member. I remember when I started at Benoni, we celebrated her 50 years of being there. So that was, yeah, so she's been there forever. Amy's got one, Letitia Martin, Francois Roux. There's a few people,
Yeah, yeah.
but not many,
Sure.
not many.
Okay. People, please ask Kathy anything that you want to know. Now's your chance.
Any questions?
En jy kan in Afrikaans vra.
No questions.
Did it make sense? Okay, talk.
So it's Ingrid. Now, I wanted to ask you about at the PSSA Congress in September or August, there was a person who had those pictures about the birds in the wall, and he got an award for
Yes,
something. What was
yes,
that?
yes. That was Johann Kloppers. He had, and we probably never going to get what he had. He had his fellowship, his FPSSA ducks, what they call ducks, okay, which was he's got his fellowship in digital. He's got his fellowship in what was it? Fellowship. He's got it in slides, in prints, and in digital. And that's why I say we're never going to get that because we don't do slides anymore. So that's what he had. And those were his and that's why it was a very difficult thing for him to get because he got it over a long time. Does that answer your question, Ingrid?
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
No, thanks. This was very informative. And yeah, it's much clearer now. That
yeah.
it takes a lot of hard work.
It's a
It
lot
will
of hard work,
take a
but
while.
like I say, do it in the small pieces.
Mm.
I, I just, you know, I felt I did it slowly. I did my little 15 and I entered them as I went. And then, because it's small bites and eventually you get there. Because if you think like I did. I was gonna cheat, and I said I'm not gonna get my honors. I'm just gonna get my DPSSA and just get 125. Well, let me tell you, my LPSSA was 10 times easier than trying to get my DPSSA. 10 times easier than getting all those acceptances, and a hell of a lot cheaper in the long run. So, so do it. Do it in small bits. You don't have to do it all at once. And if you do it small, step by step, every time you get 15, and then you get your 30, and then you get your 60, it's something to work towards. I remember when I got my DPSSA, and I said to Amy, now what? Because at that point, the DPSSA 5 was not an honors. And I felt I had no more. And it was so hard to get my DPSSA, my 125, that to get 250 felt like it was going to take me forever. But then they introduced the cluster, and it's like anything. Once you have the 125, the next 125 is a hell of a lot easier to get somehow, because you seem to have a bit of a rhythm. So yes, so do it. Start small, uh, and you'll get there.
So can I just ask you, on that application form, that year, is that the calendar year or is that the PSSA year?
It's the year of the salon. So
But
every like Brandpunt is going to have a salon now in 2026. So
yeah.
it's an acceptance. I would put Brandpunt 2026, because Brandpunt have had previous ones. So the record is, you can see when it was.
Okay, but it's not, if it was in December 2025, the year would still be 2025. It wouldn't be the 26th year because it
No,
runs from
it would be
June to July.
2025.
25. Okay,
Yeah.
calendar year.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the calendar. It's the time, yeah. It's the
Okay.
calendar, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
I just want to tell
Nobody?
the people also the LPSSA, you don't have to get all 10 at the same time. If I only tell you your first 8 is fine, then you have another 6 months to get your other 2. So it's a process. It's not just, some people are very lucky, they get their 10 immediately. But it's really process. So rather just start with your 10. And if they tell you the first 2 or the first 3 is not acceptable, then you've got 6 months to replace those 3. So you guys must be brave. Just do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, it's very, very seldom that people get it first try. There are 4 turns. You get 4 tries to get the 10. So, you can do it in 3, you can do it in all 4. Some people take all 4. So it's fine. It's very, very seldom that people get it first time.
Yeah. Some people, I'm sure you must have questions. Kathy, you said you don't really have to have a subject or whatever, but I tend to think if people are doing portraits, they must stick to portraits, or do you think they can have portraits and birds in one panel?
You know, it's fine if you're a portrait photographer and that's all you do. But if you're a bit of a versatile photographer, like I showed you in my A panel, okay? I had a mixture there. I had a bit of creative. I had the fireman, which is a bit of PJ. I had portraits, I had landscapes, and I had my dogs. So it was a complete mixture of who I am, who my photography is. And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to show my photography in my panel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. Okay. Now, thank you very much, Cathy. I see you're getting a lot of thanks here on the messages side.
Pleasure.
Does anybody else want to ask something? This is your last chance. We're going onto our cell phone judging now. But Cathy, we're recording this. I'm going to put it, I hope you don't mind. We're putting it on our YouTube. Brandpunt has got its own YouTube channel.
Yeah. No, that's fine. And also, if anybody's got any questions or needs help putting together a panel or putting it together, they're welcome to contact me. I'll help
Okay, I
them.
will put your details on the group. But thank you, Cathy. Don't go away. We are going to just go
Can
over
I
to
not
the...
leave yet?
No, you didn't work hard enough. I shame. I didn't mean that. You worked very hard to put this thing together. We're just going to do our cell phones. How it works is we get these digital cards and the people is going to score. And once I've scored, then I will just want to ask you if you can just do a little comment on each photo for us, if you don't mind. But just bear
Okay.
in mind, it's cell phone